Hi gang, I'm Lou and welcome to Dirigo Safety's roll call for the upcoming New Year's week. Every 2 weeks on a Wednesday we will be pushing out important information concerning you, the police officer that is working in the New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, and Northern Massachusetts region. Things you may not have yet heard about or read in the paper. News. I have so much to fill you in on, but I want to keep this to 4 minutes or less. We're getting a good response to these briefings so far, and I enjoy getting your feedback and advice. So please keep it up and please keep it coming. So let's take a look at our folder and let's see what we have for this week. I see that the holiday season does not let up when it comes to cruisers getting smashed into when attending to a police action on the side of our roadways. This image is a good reminder about keeping your head on a swivel and taking as much care as possible about positioning the cruiser and where you are standing. I also see in New Hampshire that there is a new program that will offer tuition and fee reimbursement to first responders for courses taken at our community colleges. The First Responder Program, quote, is a joint effort between the New Hampshire Department of Safety, Community College System of New Hampshire, and the Police Standards and Training Council to support career development, recruitment, and retention of law enforcement officers. I also see this month that the New Hampshire State Police is celebrating 15 years of having a regular weekly radio segment. This show features pieces from the careers of retiring troopers to cases of the week to general safety information. It is also a chance for the public to phone in from time to time to ask questions. As a follow-up to a roll call from a few weeks ago, Stratford County Sheriff Brave has resigned amidst his legal troubles, accusing him of theft, lying, and so on. I see some big fentanyl arrests coming out of Nashua, and the American Legion are once again looking for Police Officer of the Year nominations. This award named after Epsom, New Hampshire police officer Jeremy Sharon, who was killed in the line of duty August of 1997. Nominations can be made by anyone and sent to the Law Enforcement Post number 122 in Manchester. However, they must be done by January 1. The end of the year also brings about statistics, and New Hampshire looks to be on track for 1 homicide every 2 weeks in 2023. So let's look at some other interesting statistics or numbers while I'm on that topic. Burlington, Vermont police are half-staffed at just 58 officers since the pandemic, when the city council cut the police force in half in response to the death of George Floyd and the defunding the police efforts. The city leaders are now questioning why a rise in crime there. They just directed $100,000 towards downtown security and worker retention, as they are losing workers in this downtown area. Also in Vermont, while the country has seen an overall 6% decline in gun-related homicides, Vermont has seen an increase of 185%, or from 7 gun-related deaths to 20 in 2022. In New England airports, there have been a record number of 52 firearms found in carry-on luggage that should not have been there. While I figure some are there by mistake, some might not, and TSA finding these makes me grateful to them for what they are doing and this type of screening work. Now here's this, xylazine, an animal tranquilizer that is new to our area but has been found in 15 to 20% of the needles now in West Virginia. It also represents 1 in 9 overdose deaths there, and soon to be hitting these numbers in our area. West Virginia is considered by many to be the epicenter of xylazine, and we would be wise to track their trends. Vermont Senator Peter Welch was a co-sponsor of a passed bill that is aimed to take on this drug for prevention, enforcement, and treatment. The photo above in the center shows some of the signs of this drug, which is not responsive to the reversing Narcan when treating an overdose. And speaking of Narcan, I see now that all Maine police officers must carry this drug after receiving mandatory training. This effort is to help combat the 10,000 overdoses reported in Maine this year. A 20-year study of 1,250 unintentional gun deaths by children revealed that most children got the guns from a nightstand, under a mattress, or on top of a bed, somewhere like under a pillow. 76% of these were unlocked guns and 91% were already loaded. I learned this week that an independent report cleared the agencies involved in the response to the Lewiston, Maine shooting that killed 18, even to clear those who were told about the shooter's mental health problems ahead of the time. It did show that opportunities to prevent this tragedy were missed, but the manner in which the police responded were in accordance with the officers' training and information that they had at the time that they acted. Portland officers were involved in a fatal shooting of a suspect accused of fleeing an armed assault case. As you can tell from the bullet holes in the cruiser, they were close to getting killed at this call, with several rounds either hitting the windshield or striking the hood just below the driver's windshield. Here is a portion of one of the videos showing the suspect getting out of the car with the gun drawn and pointed at the officers.
Exit the door! Yeah, 146 is the ramp. Yeah, 1 shot fired. 622. 622. 421, I am almost there.
I have little time to review all the training going on in the region, but I'd like to mention some, including this training for basic narcotics investigators coming up in April by the Northeast Counter-Drug Training Center, going to be held in Belfast, Maine. And finally, my shout out for this roll call goes to the recent graduates of the FBI National Academy from New England out of the FBI office in Boston. Deputy Chief Eric Small from Sanford PD, Major Jason King from Portland, Maine PD, Deputy Chief Christopher Padden from Norwood, Mass PD, and Superintendent Pauline Wells from Cambridge, Mass PD. Well done. There is so much more to report, but that's all we have time for today. I hope you like these and subscribe to these, and if you have something noteworthy to pass along, please reach out to me. I want to hear from you, and I want to make you part of future roll calls. Until next time, this is Lou. I hope all is well.